everybody, it's Starrapter here, and this is This Week in Star Wars Canon. Every week I bring you guys all the latest in the Star Wars continuity, ranging from the books, to the TV series, to the comics, and to the novels. And this week we had the mid-season return of Star Wars Rebels with the episode A Princess on Lothal. Now, before I get started, I want to give you guys a spoiler warning. Please, if you have not watched this episode, pause this video, go back, watch it, and then come back. Alright, ready? We have Princess Leia in animation. This is something we have not seen before. I'm very excited to see this episode. So, as you all know, at this point in time, she's about 16 years old, so she's still on Alderaan with her father, Bail Organa, and is part of the Senate. So, how does she become sympathetic with the rebellion if she's part of the Empire? Well, this episode does a great job of actually explaining this to us. She plans this with Canon and the other rebels to appear as if she's been held hostage and basically been robbed of the 3 cruisers that she brought as relief, which the rebels will now be using. Fun part is they actually brought back some Legends vehicles from Knights of the Old Republic. Those ships were, and I think they make a nod. Canon makes a nod about, oh, those are old ships. I thought that was pretty great. But this episode, it was very, very, very fast moving. It was start to finish. They find out the plan. And next thing you know, they're trying to get these 3 ships out of there to bolster up their forces. Although the Empire is not going to make it very easy for them, because the Imperials have been catching scent that Leia has been to a couple other planets. And somehow every time she arrives, her ships get stolen. I wonder what might be happening there. So they've taken extra precautions, dispatched a whole detachment of troopers as well as 2 AT-ATs and these ship immobilizing devices. So it is a tough battle for the rebels, but they do prevail and they get those 3 cruisers. I thought the portrayal of Leia was great. There's this voice actress that also worked on Leia in the Uprising mobile game. She basically acts how you would expect Leia to act. Brash, commanding. It's kind of funny. She commands Ezra around at one point. He didn't like it very much, but that was definitely very, very funny. Because you got to realize those guys are both the same age, Ezra and Leia. They're about, I think, like 2 days literally apart from the same age. So they're both kind of on separate worlds, but yet, they're both kind of bearing a lot of pressure at the same time at such a young age. So there's a scene where they kind of connect, and it's a nice scene. The music was really good. They have some Leia tones in there. I thought that was great. All in all, good episode. Can't wait till next week. But that wasn't all in Star Wars canon this week. We also had the release of Star Wars number 15. Now this is one of those standalone issues with Obi Wan Kenobi. Now we had the first one was issue number 7, and that followed Obi Wan making a hard decision of how much he wants to be involved with protecting Luke on Tatooine. And we found out in issue 7 that after the events of Jabba's gang getting the water from the settlers, he was taking too much of a role in protecting Luke, and at that point he wanted to really become a hermit. So now we come back in issue 15, and it's been about a year since issue 7. So, Luke has been doing more dangerous things. It's really cool because we actually see him riding his skyhopper, and you see Obi-Wan looking on from afar saying, wow, he's just like his father, a very, very good star pilot. I really would be interested in seeing how far I could take him with using the Force. But then Luke's Uncle Owen, absolutely hates Obi-Wan, and at the time thinks he killed Luke's father. So obviously there's a bit of animosity toward him. But this issue basically revolves around the confrontation between Obi-Wan Kenobi and Owen Lars, and this is where we really see Obi-Wan, becoming a hermit after this issue, because he takes to heart what Owen says. Even though he wants to train Luke, it's just not possible right now. So I really like how they go back and they do these, basically how they tell these Obi-Wan stories, which take place way before the events of actual Star Wars comics, is Luke has found this journal of Obi Wan. So every once in a while he'll pop this open and he'll start reading through it, and it's basically flashback issues. So it's very cool. And this particular issue actually leaves off with a bit of a cliffhanger from a familiar face we've seen in the Star Wars comics being commanded by Jabba. So I really can't wait. I hope they have another issue very soon of this Obi-Wan series. I really like how they're fleshing out the character, because I've always wondered what the heck's Obi-Wan been doing all that time. So that's going to do it for me, Starrapter, with this week in Star Wars canon. If you have any questions, concerns, you could comment right below. If you like the video, like the thumbs up there. Also, follow me on Twitter at Starrapter, and like me on Facebook at Starrapter. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.